cover over 70% of the Earth's surface. As you can imagine, because the ocean covers so much and we barely explored 20% of it, and we're unable to go to depths beyond really much right now, around 11,000 feet. We can't really explore everything until we have better technology. So plankton, which is at the base of the food chain. We have phytoplankton, which are microscopic plants that harness sunlight through photosynthesis. They generate oxygen, fuel food webs, and contribute to the global carbon cycle. There are various types of phytoplankton. Here are some types right here. Kelp forests are found in cold, nutrient-rich waters along coastline. Giant brown algae create towering underwater structures, and diverse communities thrive in kelp forests, including sea otters, fish, and invertebrates. You would see this if you go to the beach or even in the water sometimes. So, as you know, because of global warming, the ocean temperatures rise, and coral isn't supposed to have any temperature above 35 degrees Celsius. So when it goes above that, what happens to the coral is it gets bleached, which means it dies. So when you see like vibrantly colored coral, like orange and purple coral, it's gonna turn very white when it dies, and it can't bring it back. So it just dies. The seagrass meadows are submerged plants that anchor in coastal sediment. They provide habitat, prevent erosion, and improve the water quality. Key species like seahorses and dugongs depend on seagrass for survival. You might see this if you go out a little further into the ocean. You won't really see it on the coast. The marine animals. Marine animals evolved from terrestrial ancestors to thrive in aquatic environments. Adaptations include the streamlined bodies, insulating blubber, and specialized appendages. Like the blubber would be like for the whales, which we used to collect. I'm not sure if we do that anymore, but yeah. And here we have the dolphins and the seals. Like dolphins can use echolocation in the ocean, and you have the deep sea organisms that inhabit extreme conditions in the ocean's depth. Bioluminescent adaptations allow some creatures to produce light in the darkness. Creatures like the anglerfish, right here, use bioluminescence to attract prey. I believe it's a buildup of bacteria that's able to glow when the anglerfish needs it to, in the appendage right here. And they do live very deep within the sea, some depths where they have a million different species that we don't know about yet. Marine organisms evolved unique features for their respective habitats. Counter shading helps animals blend into their surroundings, while camouflage provides protection. Extremophiles are organisms adapted to extreme pressures, temperatures, and conditions. If you've ever seen those videos of the octopi, where they are able to, like, it almost looks like they can change the color of each individual cell for camouflage. It's kind of like that. And the videos where the octopus is able to escape a jar. Yeah, that's what they're talking about. The ecological balance for our shared responsibility. Emphasize the independence of ocean life and the need for ecosystem preservation. A balanced marine ecosystem benefits both nature and human society. Like, you know how we eat ocean creatures, like the shellfish, and normal fish. The overfishing is a big problem, and also the with plastic waste. how some animals get caught in the plastic, and because it doesn't degrade, they kind of grow into that shape and it's stuck on them, or they'll eat it and then they'll die from eating it. So, yes, and we do need the ocean, very important. Here's some coral. Some This right here is a sea animal and a goldfish. This relationship is a mutualistic relationship, which means both parties benefit and none cause harm to each other. These relationships, the symbiotic relationships, they exist both on land and in sea. So I'm just giving you some examples. The the sea animal protects the goldfish. In return, the sea animal is cleaned by the goldfish. And then we have communalism, which both parties are not harmed, but only one benefits. So the barnacles would stay on the whale, and in return, there's no harm to them, but nothing happens to the whale. So, yeah, that's it.